All right, everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight. Before I get started real quick, has anybody tried the mac and cheese in this place?
No. Nope.
It's really, really good. It's got like a gooey clusterfuck of cheese flavors. Chunks of bacon floating around in there. I highly recommend it. I used the word clusterfuck correctly there, by the way. As a society or in a culture, we don't use it right. It's always used to describe something bad. But if you close your eyes and you say the word slowly, what kind of visuals come to your head? I picture a whole lot of people having a real good time. I think we should take that word back for the people. Speaking of a clusterfuck in the traditional sense, have you ever tried to surprise your significant other? And they're trying to surprise you at the same time, so it completely ruins your surprise? Last Valentine's Day, I'm trying to surprise my wife with a romantic, home-cooked, candlelit dinner. And she surprised me with a divorce. I really didn't feel like eating after that. You can't microwave salmon. My wife left me for a guy who's still sleeping on his mother's couch in a one-bedroom apartment with several other family members. I've just been telling people she died. It's a lot less humiliating that way. And that works out most places except for the office because we work at the same place. And when I say we, I mean all three of us. And bonus, her mom works there too. So a little recap of how awesome my life is going. My ex-wife, her new boyfriend, and my former mother-in-law all work in the same office as me, and I refuse to quit. It's not because I enjoy the random awkward elevator rides, it's because that's the state of health insurance in this country. You find a job with benefits, you hold on to that shit till death do you part. You know it's time to move on when members of her family are suggesting you download Tinder? Last time I was single, we all had flip phones, so I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. All I've gathered for sure is that this is getting a lot less swipes just by the sheer numbers. And whenever I try and date a woman the old-fashioned way, I end up trying to date a lesbian for a couple of weeks. It's a pattern. And I put in work. I bark up the wrong tree more than a blind hound dog chasing squirrels. Too southern of a reference for some of you guys? Alright, let me put it this way. In the last 4 months, I've helped 5 lesbians move. I've attended several softball games. Not played in, but in the crowd. It's not all bad though. You end up hitting on a lot of lesbians, you end up with a lot of lesbian friends. I've become the modern male equivalent of a fag hag. I call it being a light dyke. Everybody remembers the fag hag stereotype, right? Chubby girl that never gets laid, has a bunch of gay friends. One of her guys has a rough day, she shows up with a bottle of wine, some Ryan Gosling movie. Well, if one of my girls has a rough day, I show up with a copy of Tank Girl and a bag of weed. She's had a really rough day, I'll give her my Suicide Girls password. Let's do the trick. So the apps aren't working too well. The rest of my dating life's pretty bad. I've been pretty depressed, as you can imagine. I was actually on a suicide prevention hotline the same night that Anthony Bourdain killed himself. I woke up to the news horrified. Should I keep the line busy? My therapist laughed real hard at that shit. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and follow my therapist's advice and try and use an app to get involved in a clusterfuck. Wish me luck, everybody.